What's up, everybody? We're just getting started. I'm just gonna wait for a few people to come in. And those of you in the chat, go ahead and state where you're from. I'd like to know who I'm talking to. You feel me? Okay, so we got one so far. We're gonna wait a few minutes to get started. Want to make sure we have everyone in that we need, and then we're gonna go ahead and get started. So yeah, this is like going live is really not my thing. I'm more behind the scenes, taking the little shots here, there, and then editing and putting together a nice little masterpiece. But I decided to go outside of my comfort zone and do a few lives for you guys. And if this thing goes good, or if you want me to do more lives, we can make this a weekly thing, or every few days, we can go live, chop up game, talk, juice, and have a good time. So state where you guys are from inside the chat. I want to know who I'm talking to. So yeah, give me 1 second. Let me send off a quick little message. Okay, there we go. Okay, Brooklyn in the house. Dang, you guys are, what is it? Dang, you guys are up pretty late over there, huh? So basically, you guys have, read my my title, stating that you are not a content creator. But before we get it started with the mess and the toxicity, it's not going to be too toxic. I promise you. I've been craving green juice all week. I haven't had time to really make a nice green juice because I have been constantly working, trying to, get this money ran up. You feel me? So I picked Friday to be a perfect day for us to, sit down, juice, chill, and I don't know, just talk about some topics that have been weighing heavy on my mind. So yeah, this is my ultimate green juice. This is actually in my juicing book, Juicing Cleanse. You can get it on my website, DiaBEASTKitchen.com. And this is like actually just my go-to juice. Like it's flavorful, it tastes amazing, and it makes you feel amazing, But let's get into it. We don't have time to be waiting around. I'm just gonna get into it because, like I said, this has been just weighing heavy on me. And like, even though I do create content, I also watch a lot of content, right? So with that being said, I'm just tired of the misinformation that's out there about, I'm pretty sure like if you guys are, on YouTube a lot or just consuming a lot of YouTube videos, you've probably been seeing those videos, YouTube on easy mode, you know what I mean? Just get out there and create content, with no strategy, no thought process on how you're going to do it, no growth program, just get out there and create content. But let me tell you something. As a person that has been creating content for a long time, I'll just say a long time, it actually, I don't know, it actually just makes my skin crawl when I hear people say that. YouTube's on easy mode. All you got to do is X, Y, and Z, and then, you know, uh, you know, get your butt on, YouTube, right? And I hate to break it to you, but those people struck YouTube lotto. You know what I mean? They got hot at the right time. You know what I mean? Like, I'll just say this. This is not the formula that you want to follow, right? Because you want to have a plan going into this. You know what I mean? The plan is to make money, on YouTube. And you're not going to make that much money, or your time on YouTube will be shortly lived if you're constantly just in your car talking about nothing, or selling a course or selling an ebook about editing that you know nothing about, right? Or selling an ebook talking about like how you could grow on YouTube, Now, I'm not one to knock somebody's hustle. Believe me, I'm not, get it how you live. But when misinformation is like out there and giving people false promises on, how YouTube goes, kind of gets on my nerves, because I actually care about the people that tune into my shows. I care about those, just getting started, those new creators just getting started, deer in the headlights, not knowing what to do, not knowing what direction to go to. And when you're constantly giving them the wrong directions, they're going to fail, right? Hey, Dr. Fashion. That's my sister right there. Like, she has a website and a group called Creator Life, and she helps so many creators get to their goals. I mean, she's been doing YouTube for a long time, and that's the woman that you want by your side, right? Make her a moderator. All right, I just made you a moderator because, obviously I can't just be, doing what I'm doing. But anyways, like, yeah, this video is really not to, how would I say it? This video is not going to, downplay what you're doing. It's not about, making other people feel bad about themselves, but it's about truth. And if you want to hear truth, you want to hear the real about becoming a content creator, this is the video, this is the live that you want to tune into, because I've been doing content creation for a long time. I've been through the bumps, the bruises, the ups and downs, and it took a long time for me to figure out, it took me a long time to figure out like how I was going to approach this and how I was going to show up for people. And I chose a cooking channel, and not just any cooking channel. Like, I chose a cooking channel that basically is going to help people, with their health. You know what I mean? Like, we've all been there, my childhood, and God bless my parents, for providing for us and, giving us the things that we need. But it's okay to say that, we weren't eating the healthiest stuff, right? And it wasn't the fact that, they did it on purpose. They just didn't know, you know what I mean? So what I wanted to do is I wanted to start off DiaBEAST Kitchen because I got sick. You know what I mean? I got sick in 2017. And it was life or death, you know what I mean? And right then and there, I told myself I was gonna change my life. I was gonna turn my life around. But that's how I got started with YouTube. I don't wanna bore you with that story. I do have that video up. I mean, I shot it a long time ago, so like the quality will probably be bad because, I was learning, learning how to, work the camera and everything else, lighting, et cetera, et cetera. And that's some of the things we're going to talk about today as well, because I want you to be the greatest content creator that you could ever be. I don't want you to be stuck into this mode of like, I'm just going to shoot and I'm just going to be in my car and I'm just going to talk about stuff that no one cares about. No one cares about it. You know what I mean? Like, I want you to constantly be learning every single day, constantly watching your old videos and saying, okay, how can I do better from my next video? You know what I mean? And that's the type of time I'm on. Like, I'm not trying to lie to you and say, oh, it's all good. YouTube's on easy mode. Just go ahead and log in and everything else, and feed you this unicorns and butterfly BS. You know what I mean? I'm going to tell you how you should do it. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to sugarcoat it like some creators to make it seem like rainbows and butterflies. Get your butt on YouTube, and stuff like that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not the rah type of dude. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to shoot straight to the hip, and I'm going to give you the information that you need to become a successful content creator. Now let's talk about it, right? Content creation, the way I look at it, you either want to educate your group or you either want to entertain your group. Either way, you want to give your audience something that they can digest, something that, like, once they leave, they feel so much better about themselves, right? You don't want to continue to be talking about yourself and all your problems and all your trials and tribulations and gossiping about this one and that one, right? You want to give your audience substance, something that they can learn from, something that'll make their lives better, right? With that package, oh, by the way, I'm juicing with my wonderful Kuvings Auto 10 Plus. I love this machine. It's amazing. It has the extra room for the hopper, et cetera, et cetera. So we're gonna put this bad boy to work. So I'm gonna start off putting my cilantro in, of course. But yeah, like I was saying, like, you wanna be able to give your audience something that they can digest, something that they love, right? And with that, you want your audience to grow up with you. You know what I mean? Like, your first video is not gonna be good. I'm not gonna lie and say it's gonna be good. It's not gonna be good because you don't know what you're doing. You know what I mean? You don't know what you're doing right now. And this is where I'm saying, this is where you develop your war wounds. YouTube is a marathon. It is not a sprint. You know what I mean? Some people, I'm gonna say, you're gonna say this, Percy, so-and-so, man, they got over 1 million subscribers and they started blah, 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 blah. Okay, whatever. Those people struck YouTube gold. Like, they won the YouTube lotto. You know what I'm saying? And that's just life. But you want to have a plan going into whatever you're doing. You know what I mean? You want to have a plan, a strategy, how you're going to be making money, how you can, convince these brands to work with you. And what I mean by that is these brands are going to be looking at your content. These brands are going to be looking at your content and they're going to be like, this is shot really well. I love how they tell the story. I love how they move the audience, et cetera, et cetera. They're gonna be looking for stuff like that. If you're planning on doing YouTube or content creation for a quick buck, you might as well just not even start. You have to love what it is that you're doing. Like, for instance, I worked all day long, came home and took myself through preparing this live video for you guys. Now, do I like doing lives? No, I don't. I really don't. But I have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. And that's what this is. You have to get over your fears of being on camera. You got to get over your fears of, editing. Or, you don't want to be like, oh my God, I can't edit, blah, 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 I hate editing. Learn how to do it. In my book, Solo Creator, the Solo Creator Playbook, I talk about this. Like once you start, you are the producer, you're the talent, you're the camera guy or girl, you're the lighting people, you're the script writer, you're everything. You're doing everything. And this is why you have to learn these skills, because it costs money to have a team. Until you can get to the point where you can afford an editor, you can afford a videographer, because that ain't cheap, because I am one. I'm an editor, I'm a photographer, I'm a videographer. I just don't do this cooking thing. You know what I mean? Like, during my journey, like, I fell in love doing this, shooting, lighting, and I learned it, right? I learned this. And I didn't learn this overnight. I'll just say that. I didn't learn it overnight. Like, I wanted this so bad where, like, during my lunch breaks, I would read up or I'd watch a YouTube video on how to light a subject, or what ISO is, what f-stops are, except, like, these were the things that I wanted to learn. Granted, I started off using my phone, like we all do. And there's nothing wrong with starting off using your phone. But what I'm saying is, you want to be able to elevate from that. You want to learn your phone till you can't learn anymore. You know those phone settings so good where you can do it with your eyes closed, right? Man, that juice looks so good. Like, you can do it with your eyes closed. And then once you master your phone, then go to a mirrorless camera or a DSLR. You know what I mean? And then learn that. I started editing on my phone. Like, I was shooting on my phone, I was editing on my phone, and that's how I was able to learn how to edit. The basis of editing. All it is just, taking each frame, chopping the blocks up, putting them all together, blending them together, make sure the story makes sense, and then keep it pushing. That's pretty much what editing is. Oh, this smells amazing in here. So I just don't want you to get the wrong idea by watching some of these other creators that are pretty popular right now for no reason. And I'm not hating, congratulations on their success and everything, but it's not sustainable and it's not gonna last long, because eventually you're gonna have to learn these things. You're gonna have to learn how to, write out your, whether you're doing storyline, skits, or whatever, you have to learn how to do that, And if you need help, you know what I mean? I don't wanna be like a shameless plug, but go to creatorlife.com. Go to creatorlife.com. Yeah, you definitely, yeah, girl. Hey, Brittany, I told you, Dr. Fashion, I told you that, you could have had this juicer, you know what I mean? Your boy had the hookup. But Brittany has a great program that helps small creators grow. And this is the right information. She even does her consultations. Brittany, if you can you put your website in the chat so people can see? And she also has like a group chat on Instagram where when new creators come in, they ask questions and they get their questions asked. Like, it's a real dope community. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, stop listening to these morons on YouTube talking about easy mode and everything else. If you want easy mode, just don't do content creation, because your videos are gonna look like SHIT. I'm trying my best not to cuss because, this is a family show and you know, and I'm trying to be a perfect gentleman. But yeah, like you want to be around other creators that are doing well, where you can pick their brains. All this stuff right here, it is a learning situation. You know what I mean? You're not going to start off the bat being the dopest filmmaker ever or the dopest creator ever. You're not going to do it. No one has, unless you have a film background, and that's different. But I didn't have a film background. I had to learn. I mean, for God's sakes, I had a cooking channel. I mean, you would think that having a cooking channel, I would watch other cooking channels. No, I watched people like Peter McKinnon and what's that dude's name? Dang, I can't forget his name, but you know, I watched a lot of them Canadian dudes, you know what I mean? Like, and they showed me how to be a better creator using what I currently have. You know what I'm saying? And those are the type of people you want to be around. Now you might be saying to yourself, man, Percy, you just hating on old girl because, you know, she's making a bag on YouTube. No, I'm not. I just don't like that someone that has no experience with editing should be selling an editing ebook. You know what I mean? Like that's like me selling a surgical book, and I've done nothing about, I know nothing about surgery. You know what I'm saying? Makes zero sense. Ah, this juice is tasty. Anybody out there, did you guys get your juice? Did you guys get your juicer with my 30% discount? Bro, this thing is the best juicer I have ever had. So you're wondering why I grabbed a big bowl. So basically, as you can tell, like not all the ingredients are going to be all mixed into this thing. So what I do is I put my little cup in here and then I just put it in here, right? So as this juicer goes on, and when it's done, so right there, boom, I can mix it all together, put it in my glass bowl, bada bing, bada bang, we are done, you know? And that's also, like all these steps that I'm doing, that's also inside my juicing book. So Dr. Fashion, the model juicer, it is a Kuvings Auto 10 Plus. If you like, I can put the link. Just let me know if you want me to put the link in there. LT, I'll put the link in here for you. Hold on one second, sis. Or bro, I don't know. Give me 1 second. I should have did this like earlier, but I didn't because, you know, brothers got moves to make, you feel me? There we go. Give me a minute. I'm going to put the link in there for you. I just got to log in real quick and get the link, you know, because you know how it is. There we go. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and paste this right here. So if you want to get 10% off, you can just use the code DBK. Dr. Fashion, if you can put DBK in there for the viewers, that would be great. Also, could you put my link to DiaBEAST Kitchen if they want a cookbook as well? Not a cookbook, but a juicing book. And my juicing book basically breaks down and gives it makes sure that you have a successful juicing, like 21-day juice fast, really. and it has 20. Give me 1 second, people. Okay, yeah, so this juicer is cranking every. All right, sorry about that, folks. Duty calls, you know. Your boy is busy. Okay, so where were we at? All right, so we got some juice going on. We're talking some game. Let me go put a bag in this pulp. Get a bag to put in this pulp. You guys, look at this pulp. Like, well, I know that's where the fiber is. I usually freeze this and I use it for smoothies. So great call on that. Some people use it for compost, which is great. But remind me what I was saying, Dr. Fashion, before I was rudely interrupted by the phone. Put my lemons in there. You guys, this juice is so good. So good. So yes, all I'm saying is, like, in 2025, I want you guys to be good. I don't even want you guys to be good creators. I want you guys to be great creators. I want you guys to treat this experience like it's your full-time job, because it's going to be your full-time job. I mean, you're going to be doing shorts, lives, long form, editing, all of that, you know what I mean, on top of working your full-time job. Because what's the ultimate goal? The ultimate goal is, why am I, okay, so Dr. Fashions asked, so why am I doing this green juice and what are the health benefits? So I'm doing this, this is actually my go-to green juice. If you go back and watch some of my videos, I'm usually juicing this juice. I like it because it is hydrating. You get a lot of hydration from your cucumbers. Cucumbers give you about 90 to 97, don't come for me in the comments, but it has a lot of water content in it. The celery, it's really good for gut health. Now, a lot of people can't really handle the celery, and that's understandable. Like, when I first started doing juicing and doing the celery, like, I couldn't take the celery. It was just unbearing until, and this is the great thing about juicing, right? Like, you can always add more, more ingredients. I use a lot of green apples, which is great for your heart health, has a lot of fiber in it, and it adds more sweetener to this juice, so the celery is not too overbearing. This juice is how I lost 60 pounds. No cap. So when I first started my 21-day juice fast, like I was hella big, and like I got fed up with being super big and getting on camera and telling you how to be healthy. It just didn't make sense to me. That's why like I kind of disappeared for a while, because I was like, I can't get on camera, you know, being wide and all outsides and talk to you guys about health, right? So I had to do something about it. And I went and I broke down and got a juicer. I did a lot of research in Kuvings the Kuvings Auto 10 juicer was, you know, super powerful. You could do batch juicing with it. It was right up my alley. And I was at that crossroads where I was like, okay, should I spend $700 on a juicer? You know what I'm saying? Like, am I actually gonna use this juicer? And I had no choice. You know what I mean? My health was worth more than actually the price of the juice. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I felt. Like, I just wanted to be healthy. So I told myself, once I get this juicer, I'm going to use this thing every single day. And that's what I did until I went to and got into my juice fast, my 21-day juice fast, which is in my book. If you go to DiaBEASTKitchen.com, it's currently on sale right now for $6.99. So, I mean, if you want some real good game on how to juice and all the stuff that you need for a good juice, I even break down like if you're juicing on a budget, or if you really can't afford the Kuvings Auto 10, there's some great options out there where it has the not centrifugal, but the cold press juicers that you can get to start off with. You know what I'm saying? So when I usually write my ebooks, like I want you to leave after you know, reading the book, I want you to be like, okay, I got this. I want to give you so much information, you know, your head will be spinning. I'm not the type of creator that's just going to half-ass something just to make money off it. I'm calculated with this because I know there's people out there just like me that want to lose weight, want to feel better, want to feel healthier. You know what I'm saying? So, and want to look better. Thank you, Dr. Fashion. I appreciate you. And you are definitely going to be getting that body back in 2025. You feel me? So I still, to be honest with you, I still do Cali. I still do smoothies as well. But I just like how the juice tastes. I like how the juice makes me feel. Like I don't know if you've ever done a juice fast or anything like that, but like that's the best that I have ever felt in a long time. You know what I'm saying? So, and there's nothing against doing smoothies and everything else. Like that's great too. But juicing just, you know, it makes you feel good. You know what I mean? Like it gives your body a break from having to work and digest and all this other stuff. You know what I mean? Your body sometimes needs a break because like let's say for instance, like me, okay, I'll take myself for instance. I was constantly eating every day. You know what I mean? Throughout the day, snacking, lunch, breakfast, dinner, whatever. And my digestive system was not getting any rest. You know what I mean? Which left my body not healing from things that I had. I even had some of my diabetic symptoms coming back. You know what I'm saying? So when I did this juice, I felt so much better. You know what I mean? Like I was giving my digestive system a chance to rest. How many times a day or... So so LT, it all depends on, it really all depends on you. Like for me, when I first started doing it, I was doing a gallon. I was about doing a gallon a day because like I was fighting through those hunger pains. The first 3 days are gonna be your hardest days. You know what I mean? The first 3 days is you're going to be testing your will. You know what I'm saying? Like, but once you get through those 3 days, those hunger pains go away. And what I usually drink is I'll drink like, I went from a gallon to like, I was doing like a half gallon a day. But I was always drinking to get myself full. So it was telling my system that I was full. You know what I'm saying? And it ended up working out for me. So now what I do is like, I'm only eating 1 meal a day and I'm drinking my juices like throughout the day. Now, you may think to yourself, man, that's a lot of produce, Percy. You know what I mean? Like, that's like a lot of money for produce. Yeah, if you go to those bougie stores. I was going to those bougie stores and you were getting like $3.99 for one stalk of celery, right? But what I found was when I started like going to your local farmers market is the best way to do it. A, it supports your local farmers, you know, keeps money in their pocket. And B, you're spending a lot less on produce. You know, you can do bulk juicing. Some people prefer to just break out their juicer every day and just juice every day. You know what I mean? Just like a few glass or 230 ounces or 64 ounces or whatever. But yeah, okay. Let's go. This juice is actually almost done. I just got a little bit left. But I didn't want to, you know, I didn't really want to talk about juicing today. I wanted to talk about the whole content creation thing. I wanted to get, you know, some more content creators in here, you know, and really talk about this content creation thing because, like, you can do it. Is it going to be easy? No, it's not. Not at all. You have to talk about, well, let's talk about pre-production. You know, all the stuff you have to do before you hit record. You know, a lot of people just think that, yo, I'm just gonna grab my phone, hit record, and I'm good to go. Wrong. Damn it. You have to do your research on who is your target audience. What are their pain points? What questions do they have? How can I answer these questions? And that's even before you start scripting. You know what I mean? And then you'll start doing your script on like point A, point B, point C, point C. You know what I'm saying? Now that you have your script, you're gonna have to put together your shot list. Am I gonna shoot this wide? Am I gonna shoot this tight? Am I going to, you know, have a shot where it shows more of my emotions? You know what I mean? So when you get to the day where you're actually shooting, you're not just shooting any and everything, right? And then once you have that organized, once you get to the editing segment of it, you have everything that you need to put that edit together so you're not scrambling around and everything else. You're not scrambling around trying to be like, oh, let me take this long clip, let me look through the whole thing, scrub through it, et cetera, et cetera. And a lot of you guys are gonna be editing on your phone, so it's gonna be that much harder, you know, so yeah. So yeah, when it comes to content creation, like just be mindful of what you're doing. Like when you start your channel, is this something that you love to do? You know what I mean? Is this something that you can do for years without getting burnt out? Because there's gonna be times where you're gonna feel burnt out. There's gonna be times where you put this whole masterpiece together and not that many people watched it. And you're gonna be like, why am I even doing this, right? So doing what you love to do is going to help fight through those times where you wanna quit. And there are gonna be times that you do wanna quit, but you just gotta keep going. You know what I mean? Like, you just gotta keep going. If you have there's ways to make money even if you're not monetized. If you have Amazon affiliate links, put those Amazon affiliate links there. Content creation. Let's talk about the product. Okay, Callie, I will stop with the content creation. So, as far as the product, as far as the juicing. So as far as the Kuvings, do you already have a juicer? Do you have a Kuvings? Or are you in the market for a juicer, Callie? The shelf life, if you put it into the refrigerator, it's 3 days. So it basically will take me 3 days to drink this. Anything after 3 days, throw it out. But like, I would suggest this. I would suggest this. The faster you drink this, like at this point, this is at its purest form. It has all the enzymes you need inside it, like as soon as you juice it, right? So as the days goes on, you know, it'll oxidize. People say you can freeze it. I wouldn't recommend freezing it. I just like to juice like my 3 days worth. This is like my meal prep, my juice meal prep, you know. I usually do, God, that smells amazing. I usually do like 3 days worth at a time. And you want to get like some of those containers, like those mason jars where you can seal it tight. You know what I mean? Or what I usually do is I get one of these gallon, these bad boys right here. It's about a gallon, it's glass. And I'll pour all my juice into this and keep it in the refrigerator. And I'll just pour as I go, glass at a time. I used to do the mason jars, but it just kept on just filling my fridge up. Okay, Callie, you're on topic. Okay, okay. Like how do I deliver the content? Can you elaborate on that? Like how do I upload the content? How do I deliver as far as my delivery during talking through the content? I'll just talk about them both, and I'll start off with delivering of the content, right? Okay, so we're basically done juicing now. Didn't take us long. Didn't take us long to cut this up and everything, but delivering the content, right? So here's the thing. What helps me is there's people that can use a teleprompter, use notes, et cetera, and read off of the notes. I don't necessarily like to read off the notes. I like to kind of have what I'm going to say, have bullet points. Missing, okay. What am I missing? What am I missing? Because I definitely want to, you know, give you what you need as far as, I don't want you to have to leave without having questions answered. So just give me what I'm missing so I can elaborate on it. Okay, so right here, I'm just stirring all the ingredients together because this is going to taste amazing. Look at that sound. Okay, so basically, thank you, Britt. No, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? We all, you know. This is a judgment-free zone, Callie. A judgment-free zone. I ain't gonna flame you for that. You know, it is what it is. So get the little pour. There we go. So basically, out of all those, we got a gallon and some change for that, right? Okay, so key information on delivery, right? Get my ice so I can sit down and drink with y'all. Because we just put in a lot of work. And yes, I use ice on my juice. Like I like cold drinks. So basically that glass jar I got off of Amazon. I did get it when I was doing my 21-day juice fast because like I needed something to store large amounts of juice, you know, while I was doing my juice fast. And it was a great way for me to measure out what I was drinking, et cetera, et cetera. Sorry, I'm trying to focus on this pour. Yes. We got it, baby. We got it. Green juice on deck. I got you now. You needed more information on the why. Sometimes when I'm doing this stuff, I speed through it. Like you gotta forgive me because you know I'm not really used to this whole live thing. I'm used to just being in the kitchen by myself, you know, doing my thing. But like I do need to do better at explaining the whys of what I'm doing. You know, that's why I didn't become a teacher. And a straw because we bougie here. There we go. Oh my God, that is so good. I've been missing all that. So let me break this down into sections, right? So you have your juicer, you know what I mean? You have your cold press juicer. I don't necessarily recommend the centrifugal juicer because it heats up your produce and it kind of kills a lot of the enzymes. So I like doing the cold press juicer. The link is actually inside the link is actually in the comments. Dr. Fashion put the link, and then if you want to get 10% off of this one, just use my code DBK, which is awesome. 10% was better than what I got because I had to pay the whole full freight for it. But I'm not complaining because they sent me another one. You failed me. So with the juicer, with the cold press juicer, I like this because it grounds out it just makes the pulp super dry. So you're getting all juice on this, and the yield, meaning the amount of juice that you're getting, is going to be a lot. It is actually worth the reason why you're juicing. Now, the big bowl, the big silver bowl, you're not always going to get the juice all in one setting. So I like to use it as a mixing bowl to where like as the juice comes out or this cup gets filled up, I can just pour it in there. And once the whole juicing session's done, I'll use my wooden spoon, I'll stir it around, and then I'll pour all the ingredients inside the glass jar, which is in the fridge. Which is right here, the glass jar. You can use a glass jar right like this if you're doing bulk juicing. I got mine off of Amazon. If you give me a few minutes, I can give you the link to, and actually the link is in my juicing book as well, the 21-day juice cleanse. But I like this because it stores a gallon's worth of juice. You know what I'm saying? I'm obviously not gonna go through this in one day because I have trained my body. I look at food a little bit different now to where like I don't need a whole lot to make me feel better, right? Now, the reason why I started off using, what are those jars? Damn, I had the name of the jars. Well, yeah, these bad boys right here, and I'll put the cap on and everything else. Problem with that is it would just keep on filling my refrigerator up, and I just needed more space. So bulk juicing, I do this. Mason jars, that's the name of it. I use the mason jars. Anything with glass you want to store your juices in. I wouldn't recommend putting your juices in plastic. There's a lot of toxins inside that plastic. So if you can, use your glass to store your juice in. Blah, 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 blah. Have yourself a really good cutting knife. A dull knife is really not worth having because you can injure yourself more with a dull knife. Have a variety of these bowls. So when you're cutting up your ingredients, you have everything that's in order. You have all your juicy ingredients that's in order. Blah, 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 blah. What I really like about this Kuvings Auto 10 is it's the sound of it. I mean, it's very quiet. It's very quiet in sound. I like the fact that it has so much room in the hopper where you can add more ingredients to where, like, if you're trying to multitask and you're doing certain things around the house, you can leave this thing open like this. You can leave the little spout open like this. And what I sometimes do is, instead of putting the cup there, I'll put the bowl there and I'll just go ahead and do what I'm doing. So if it's a gallon. Yeah, pretty much. But Callie, it all depends. Like, it's not, every person's not a cookie cutter, right? So that's why I don't say like this is the end all be all. Because when I first started doing it, I was drinking one of these in one day because I was fighting through hunger pains. You know what I'm saying? Like, in order to get past those first 3 days, you want to stop thinking about food as much as possible, because you're coming into it, you know, like, I don't know how your lifestyle is you're doing 3 meals a day plus snacking through the day. That's how I was doing it. Everybody's different. What I do recommend before you go into a juice fast is cut down on all your heavy foods. You know what I mean? Get used to it. Eat light, you know. Don't drink alcohol. I know that's a hard thing to do as well. Just prepare yourself for that juice fast. You know what I mean? So you're not going in blindfolded like, oh my God, I'm starving, I don't know what to do, and all you're thinking about is food is all day. You know, if you have a job to where, like, you're constantly, you know, you're constantly at the job and constantly working and everything else, like, if you have a work fridge, put this in the fridge, in your work fridge with you. You know what I'm saying? And just grab you a cup, you know, every now and then. Also, I'm not gonna lie to you about this. Once you do your juice fast, you are going to be peeing a lot. You're gonna be peeing a lot, period. You know what I mean? You're peeing all those toxins out of your system. Guys, I wish I could share this with you. I know Brittany's sitting over there mad at me right now drinking this green juice because I've been promising this to her for the longest time. But I'm not gonna lie, this is good. Like, all the apples that I used, it masked the taste of the celery. So if you're not a huge fan of the celery, just add more green apples. You know what I mean? You could taste a little bit of the parsley and the cilantro. Those help pull metals and toxins out of your system. The cucumbers, like I said, it does hydrate you. The lemon helps you break up inflammation in your body, which is a great thing. So that's why I really love this juice and I crave this juice. I would just say my body craves this juice because it's just so good. Do we have any more questions? LT, Callie, how am I doing? Yeah, so yeah, like you were saying, like, you know, while you're doing your juice fast, you are actually figuring stuff out about your body you probably never even knew. You know what I mean? You're pushing your body to these limits that they never gone before. You know what I mean? It's your body healing from the inside out. Like, since I've been drinking this juice, when I went on the juice fast, my skin was a lot clearer. I was sleeping better. Like, when I tell you guys I was in bad shape. Okay, so if you're hungry, what can you do to find out ways? And you could add like flax seeds. You can add chia seeds to it as well. I would highly recommend. I would highly recommend drinking water on top of drinking your juice. I would drink herbal teas on top of drinking your juice. So in the morning, like if you don't want to drink your juice, like I usually, Ellie, LT, I'm so sorry. I'm not ignoring you. I'm trying to look down, look at the camera, look down, look at the camera. So let me ask Callie, let me ask LT's question and then I'll ask yours. So as far as how I wash my ingredients or my fruit, I use a vegetable wash. You can use, I wouldn't say soap and water, don't use, some people use vinegar, some people use baking soda. I don't personally like to use vinegar because it gives like my vegetables kind of, or my fruit and vegetables kind of like this weird taste to it. But this helps remove pesticides, chemicals, and remove waxes. So you can get these, I don't know where you live, but I got it at Trader Joe's. But if you go to any bougie store, they'll probably have it. Or you can go on Amazon as well and get this. I'll put it up right there. There we go. Okay, so Callie, so basically what I like to do with all of the, what I like to do with like the left behind skins and everything else is you can get little ice cube holders and freeze them, and then you can put them in your smoothies. Callie, I know you like that because Callie, I know you like that. You've been asking about the smoothie stuff. But you can use them in smoothies and, you know, add your plant-based protein powder, et cetera, et cetera. And it actually tastes really good depending on what you're juicing, right? So I would make this into a green smoothie. You can also use this for compost. You know, if you have a garden outside, I don't have a garden or anything like that. So if you have like a nice little backyard and you're growing fruits and vegetables and everything, you can use that as a compost. I did see that you said bake them. Yeah, you could definitely bake them. Or on top of that, you can put them in a dehydrator and make them in a seasoning. So if, I don't know, if you're doing a lot of vegetables, you can turn it into like a seasoning, you know? So there's so many things that you can do to reuse this, right? If you're trying to make almond milk in here, I think that'll be the next video that I do as far as how you make almond milk in here, which is great because almond milk is super expensive in the store. So if we can find a way to make it on our own, that'll be great. So I answered this before. So I drink, it really depends. Like during my juice fast, in the beginning of my juice fast, I was drinking about a gallon a day. You know, now I'm drinking about 2 to 3 32 ounces a day of juice. Yes, it does have a double strainer. So this one right here came with the double strainer, if you guys can see. I just don't like to use the double strainer. I think this actually, the juice is a lot smoother without it. You know what I mean? I mean, it's gonna be really smooth with it, but without it, the juice is super smooth. And I've had a lot of juicers before, and with other juicers, I was chewing on Pulp like all day. I was doing more chewing than drinking, you know what I'm saying? So, Kelly, I know you had a question in here. Okay. LT, you have a Trader Joe's in New York. Okay, perfect. You can get that juice cleaner the vegetable cleaner at that Trader Joe's, and it's not too expensive. I don't know what the price is, but I know I didn't spend too much on it. So, Callie, did I answer the question about the skins and the pulp, what to do with it? Oh, yes. So I know you have to pay extra with the Nama to get like all different types of strainers, right? This one comes with so this one's going to be for your smoothies, and this one's going to be for your sorbets. So these all come with the Kuvings Auto 10, so you don't have to pay extra for it. Also, cleaning is so much easier to where like they provide you with all the cleaning utensils that you need. You have this to stick inside, to clean all that stuff. Also, this actually, it sticks inside, the spout to get all the other grime and everything out of that, right? What else we got? There's another one that we had that I use religiously. It's right here. And this is the brush. So when I break this apart, I can open up, where all the fiber comes out. On my old juicer, it didn't have it. So this thing, you can open it up and you can scrub inside so there's no leftover fiber that's inside, which is a great thing as well. Now, here's the thing, right? I know Dr. Fashion loves when I say that. Here's the thing, right? How many of you had to juice oranges before, right? How many of you had to peel, slice every single orange? You know what I mean? This right here, this attachment right here helps out with the oranges. You just cut them in half, put them on top, and you got oranges on deck. You got oranges for the morning time. Fresh orange juice. Bryson, thank you very much, brother. I really appreciate you tuning in. And I'm glad that you got something from this video, because this is what it's all about. This is why I do what I do. I love connecting with people. I love helping people out. I love it when people learn from my mistakes. I think that's why I was put on this earth, to help people out. You know what I'm saying? So thank you for tuning in to the live. We might cut it a little short. But if anyone has any more questions, let me know. Give me a few seconds, guys. Give me a few seconds, guys. I'll be right back. Yeah, I think this was nice, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, commercial break, you know. Well, let me go ahead and put my little microphone on. I'm just gonna be ghetto like everyone else. So, does anyone have any more questions about juicing? Have you ever been Have you been juicing before? Do you have a juicer? If so, what type of juicer do you have? Again, this juicer is the Kuvings Auto 10 Plus. I love this juicer. I have still the Kuvings Auto 10, you know, but they did send me the Kuvings Auto 10 Plus. I love the fact that it does have this extra attachment right here to where, you know what I mean, you can add more ingredients into it. I love that it has a blade that's in there that's a little bit sharper than the other one. And again, you guys can check out my book at DiaBEASTKitchen.com. Oh, LT, perfect question. Best question of the night. Well, I'm not gonna be like that. But it's a great question. I would recommend eating, like I wouldn't recommend going in eating a burger or something like that. What I did was I made, you know, foods like, what's the name of it? Like I started it off, you know, drinking smoothies, eating salads, tambula salad. So it's bulgur with chopped up parsley, tomatoes, lemons. It's actually really good. So like I started eating light to gradually get myself up to the point where I can just start eating solid foods. So you don't want to shock your stomach, you know what I mean? Putting in like heavy foods. You know, what is the point of doing a 21 juice fast if you're just gonna go back to doing what you used to do, right? So I like to look at this as a lifestyle. What I still eat light, you know what I mean? Like I don't eat as much. Hinting that's why I lost like 60 pounds, because I constantly was, I gave up sodas, constantly drinking water, and then drinking my juice, and then having like a nice little light meal midday. You know what I'm saying? So like I retrained the way I thought about food. I changed the relationship that I had with food. Because a lot of us, we eat food because, not just because that we're hungry, but if you're in a bad mood, we eat food, right? If we're feeling down, we eat food. If we're happy, we eat food. Yes, it is very good. I do, LT, I do have a video of me making that, so you should check it out. I don't know if, you know, you already know how to make it, but that video is still there. Yes, it is a wonderful Mediterranean. It is a very refreshing Mediterranean salad. Like it tastes amazing. Like I feel so good after eating it. I would usually meal prep it, put it in a nice glass jar, a glass container, and just eat that through the week. Like that's how I would get down. Or you can have like a nice, cucumber salad, you know. Just anything that is light that makes you feel good. But after you do a fast, like you're not gonna be as hungry as you think you are. You know what I mean? If you do it right. And I think one thing that I didn't mention was like I was taking herbs while I was juicing. So I was taking total detox herbs. I was taking. Here's a bunch of stuff that I was taking. Sea moss. I was taking mushrooms, breath of life. You know, it has all these different herbs, and I was drinking herbal teas. So I'm not playing what I'm saying. Like I'm living this. You know what I mean? I'm living this. So I was taking breath of life. You know, this is what I got from a website called TBE Herbs. If you can, Dr. Fashion, can you put TBE Herbs into the um, into the chat. This tropical antioxidant. So I was drinking teas. I was, making sure I was feeling amazing. Like I wanted this juice. I wanted this juice fast to be, yes, bitter melon's very good for diabetes and weight. Yes, bitter melon is amazing. And TBE Herbs does sell that as well. And that's where I get a lot of my stuff. So, before you get on to a juice fast, I do recommend that you talk to a professional. Don't just hear from me, but just talk to a professional. You know what I mean? And then start your juice fast. I think everyone should do a juice fast. I think everyone should go through a body cleanse because daily, whether you're eating healthy or whether you're not eating healthy, we are ingesting toxins every day, whether it's through the air or the water that we drink. So it's great that we can do a juice fast, give our body a reset. I look at it like this. We take care of our cars better than we take care of our bodies. And I'll say it like this, right? Every time your car needs an oil change, you're gonna go take your car to Jiffy Lube or wherever you take it or to the dealership, get the oil, the bad oil to go out of it, and then you're gonna put the good oil in there, and they're gonna look at your tires, make sure the PSI is good, et cetera, et cetera. Why can't we do the same thing with our bodies, right? Why can't quarterly, for 21 days or a week or however you can last, do a juice fast? You know what I mean? Cleanse your system, cleanse out your system. Take herbs with your system, you know what I mean? Give your body something that it hasn't had in a long time. And I'm not speaking for everyone, I'm just speaking for myself, but some of us are going through the same thing, so that's why I'm throwing this. Even though I hate blanket statements, I'm just gonna throw this blanket out there, right? We, as we get older, we gotta take care of our bodies. Even you young bucks that watch me, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. So put down the Takis, put down the spicy chips and everything else, and eat an apple. You know what I'm saying? Do something. Because as you get older, the harder it gets to get back into the game, if that makes sense. Where's Callie at? Okay. LT's coming up with them. You know what I mean? I'm loving this. God, this juice is so good. I'm not gonna lie. I needed this juice. Like, I needed it. And it came through in the clutch. I'm probably gonna be doing a video tomorrow. I got apples and cranberries. Have you guys ever seen a cranberry before? Like a real cranberry? Like a whole cranberry? It actually looks pretty good. So I'm gonna do a cran apple juice. So we're gonna see how that turns out as well. Always experiment with juices. You know what I mean? Like, there's never a wrong answer when it comes to the juice, right? Just taste as you go, have fun with it, bring your family along, have fun with it, because, it's all about getting healthy together. How long I've been on here, Dr. Fashion? I can't see the time on here. I don't know if I'm boring people or what. Yes, yes, LT. Apple and pomegranates are really. Have you? I don't know how it is in New York, but are pomegranates pretty expensive over there? Because they're expensive over here. Man, over an hour and y'all ain't been sick of me yet? Okay. Okay, so ginger. The only reason why I didn't use ginger, LT, is because I didn't have any ginger. I usually put ginger inside this because it goes really good with the lemon. I just didn't have it, and I just got off of work. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, that's the reason why. Like this was just like a test to see like how I do live. If you guys even want me to do more lives, like give me some thumbs up in the comments if you guys want me to do more lives, because if that's the case, I got you, baby. I will do lives. You know what I mean? I kind of like this. Then okay, is BJ's a? I've never heard of that place. It must be an East Coast thing. Oh, it's like Costco. Okay. All right. Cool. 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 Yeah, I'll have to check out Costco to see it because, like I said, I've been going to them bougie stores and like they be charging an arm and a leg. It's like $3, or it's like two something for one. So um, that's crazy, right? Yeah, I really like this live thing. Talking to people live and see you guys come for me in the chat. I feel it. I love it. Um, I love the banter. I love the family atmosphere. That's how I am with my family. Like we like to banter. We like to have fun. We like to learn. We like to just collab and do great things together. So that's what I'm trying to build with DiaBEAST Kitchen. I've had DiaBEAST Kitchen for a long time, and going live was probably the last thing that I ever wanted to do because I was just scared to do it. What? Okay, okay, come through with the pomegranates then. I'm a little jealous on that. LT, I forgot to ask, or I don't know if I asked you this, but do you already have a juicer? Because what I want to do, to be honest, like I want to start a juicing club. You know what I mean? Like we all congregate together. We get on maybe a Zoom call or whatever, like every week, and we talk about how our week went juicing, et cetera, et cetera. Like, what their favorite recipe is, like what they're using for this recipe, share ideas, share recipes, et cetera. Like I just want to, I think 2025 or starting, 2025, that's what I want to do. So, you got the Nama J3. I have a few friends that have the Nama J3. They call it the baby Nama. Okay. I've heard really good things about the Nama. So, like, I'm not here to bash on like whatever juice you have. As long as you are juicing, I'm good with it. You know what I mean? Like I said, I want to start a community of juicers where we can get on, chop up game, maybe a weekly Zoom call where we're just talking about the recipes that we use throughout the week to keep each other motivated, to keep each other healthy, and living longer. Because that's what's really about. Banter, laugh, talk a little S with each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I really want to do with you guys. Like, so we're starting off with the lives to see how it goes. And I got so many videos with juicing and recipes. Like I got over 100 videos of food recipes, juicing recipes, etc. So feel free to check it out after the live. You know what I mean? I really want you guys to, get to know me. Depending how old you are, like if you're like a young buck, you can call me Unc. But some of you are my same age range. So they all used to be one company. Okay, and they split. Didn't that guy Joe something? He created that documentary on juicing. Isn't he like the one of the owners of Nama J or Nama? I think I want to get it. I think I need to get another glass. Like, yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. It's his name is Joe something. Yeah, I think that's dope. You know, I don't care what kind of juicer people have. Like, I'm just glad that you guys are just out juicing and taking care of your body. Like, I think this is the year of taking care of our bodies and making sure that we good, you know. Because, you know, nowadays just, you know, a lot of people are just getting sick, you know what I mean? Just, they're getting sick, and it's for things that we could honestly fix, you know? It's that simple, it's that easy. All right, so I've been on here a little, you know, a little over an hour, and you know, I know it's late, especially on the East Coast. LT, I don't know why you up so late. You know what I'm saying? Was you coming home from the club or something? Like, what's going on? You know, or are you a night owl? But you know, I'm gonna cut this live a little short. You know, I got a few things I have to do. I got some projects that I have to edit, and yeah, it's been great, like talking to you guys and just chilling. It was a nice intimate room, you know what I mean? I wasn't trying to get big numbers or anything like that. I just wanted to get out here and just, you know, give you guys like my personality, who I am, et cetera, et cetera. So when you do watch my videos, they're a little bit more relatable, you know? And I really appreciate you guys coming out and just watching me do some boring shit like juicing, you know what I mean? Juicing and talking. So I hope you guys got enough information. You can always leave me comments in the community tab. You can always leave me comments on some videos. I always check my comments if you guys have questions. It has been great chopping game up with y'all. So I like to end my videos like this. I want to thank each and every one of you guys for taking the time and watching my videos. You guys could be anywhere in the world, but today you decided to be right here with me. And for that, I thank you. I want to make sure that you like, you subscribe, and you click all bell notifications so you know every time I drop a new video or I go live. My videos be fire. I don't want to toot my own horn, but toot toot. I got some of the best juicing videos on YouTube. You know what I mean? Better than your favorite juicing people, but you know, it is what it is. So, in the meantime, in between time, holla at ya boy. Peace.